Next question is from Talha K74. What is the difference between seated versus standing calf raises? I don't have a seated machine in my gym. Are we splitting hairs, or is it a big difference?
Big difference.
Yeah, so for functionality, you're fine, but for complete muscle development and for enhanced functionality, it's a big difference. But you have to understand the anatomy of the calf for this to make sense. When you look at the calf muscle, you have the big meaty gastrocnemius side of the calf, and then you have the soleus, which is this flat muscle that lays underneath. And one is far more active. The big meaty part is far more active in a standing calf raise, and the other, the soleus, is far more active in a seated calf raise. So they're both different and both valuable. So a complete calf routine would include both standing and seated calf raises. Now, for the average person who just wants to strengthen ankle flexion, lots of walking, standing calf raises, jump rope, that kind of stuff, you're going to be totally fine. But you want to develop, the musculature of the calves and have a lot of balance. You definitely want to do both. They're
different muscles.
Types. Yeah.
I mean, it's different. I mean, to me, it's like, and this will be a little more of an extreme analogy to get the point across, but it's like choosing one exercise for your back. You say back, and the back isn't one muscle. It's a bunch of different muscles that have, different planes of motion that they move in and different ways that it activates your back. So the same concept goes with your calves. Like the calf is like a general statement of the calf, but there's two muscles in there that have different actions that they're responsible for. So targeting both of them, just like giving you like you could do a row, and the row hits the back nicely and somewhat incorporates everything, but there's so many individual muscles of the back that you probably want to target those. I would make the same case for the calf.
Yeah, what's interesting too about the calf is I think the soleus, if I'm not mistaken, is the muscle in the body that has the highest ratio of endurance type muscle fibers to strength type muscle fibers. So I think when they analyze the whole body, we all generally genetically will have more fast twitch muscle fibers or slow twitch muscle fibers, fast twitch being the ones that are explosive and powerful, slow twitch being the one that creates stamina and endurance. Fast twitch muscle fibers develop and grow more than the slow twitch ones. And without getting into the weeds, because you can definitely get fast twitch to act more like slow twitch and vice versa through your training, that when they go through and break down muscles of the body, they can see like, oh, these muscles tend to have more explosive fast twitch muscle fibers in relation to the rest of the body, or more slow twitch. The soleus is, I think, the highest concentration in terms of skeletal muscle, one of the highest concentration of slow twitch muscle fibers. But it makes sense because you're walking or running or whatever. I mean, you're using that muscle probably more than other muscles. So
that is true. And because of that, there's been a mistake around how to train the calves for a very long time. And I remember falling into this trap because they have this greater capacity to handle way more volume. We would do all this like 20 reps and superset, tricep, like call and just like burn. They can handle so much
volume. Yeah.
And when my calves grew the most was actually when I trained them like 5x5. Yeah. I didn't do that for my first 10 plus years of calf training and training in general, because I knew that about the fast twitch, slow twitch fibers and how much the calves, like the abs, can handle that, which is also a mistake that people make with abs, is they do such high reps all the time and they neglect.
Yeah, it doesn't change the fact that the fast twitch ones grow more.
Right.
Anyway.
Right. So don't neglect heavy weight training for the calves. Full range of motion still, don't do the little pumping reps, but
it's got to be the one muscle that nobody does full range of motion. You ever watch anybody do calf raises anywhere?
Yeah.
It's almost always choppy range of motion. Yeah. Full range of motion, full stretch, full squeeze. That's the best way.